ancient world, a colossal empire once stretched from the shores of the Aegean Sea to the plains of India, from the icy peaks of the Caucasus to the scorching deserts of Egypt. It was an empire built by visionaries, ruled by kings, and shaped by ambition, a force that would alter the course of history. This was the Achaemenid Empire, the first true Persian empire, a realm whose legacy still echoes through time. But what led to its rise, and what ultimately caused its fall? Today, we uncover the story of the Achaemenid Empire, an empire that soared to greatness and crumbled beneath its own weight. To understand the Achaemenid Empire's rise, we must first look to its founder, Cyrus the Great, a ruler whose legacy would redefine the meaning of empire. Born in 600 BCE in the ancient kingdom of Anshan, Cyrus was a man of extraordinary vision and tactical brilliance. But his rise to power was anything but inevitable. The Persian plateau was a fragmented land, divided into multiple tribal factions. It was Cyrus's strategic genius and his ability to unite these diverse groups under a single banner that set him apart from his contemporaries. Cyrus began his journey by overthrowing his grandfather, Astyages, the Median king. This victory marked the beginning of a new era, but it wasn't just military conquest that set Cyrus apart. It was his policies of tolerance and respect for local customs. He didn't just conquer, he integrated. By allowing the Babylonians, the Egyptians, and even the Jews to preserve their traditions, he built a network of alliances that would ensure the longevity of his rule. Perhaps one of the most remarkable moments of Cyrus's reign came in 539 BCE, when he captured the mighty city of Babylon. The city had been a symbol of Mesopotamian dominance for centuries, but under Cyrus, it fell without a fight. Instead of plundering the city, Cyrus offered the Babylonians their freedom, an act that earned him admiration from across the ancient world. His decree allowing the exiled Jews to return to their homeland in Jerusalem became a key moment in world history, laying the foundation for the future of Judaism and altering the course of history. Following Cyrus's death in 530 BCE, his son Cambyses II took the throne, continuing his father's legacy of conquest. Cambyses expanded the Achaemenid Empire even further by conquering Egypt, one of the ancient world's most powerful civilizations. The fall of Egypt in 525 BCE marked a significant milestone in the empire's growth. However, Cambyses' reign was not without controversy. His rule was marked by instability, and his sudden death led to a brief period of chaos. It wasn't until Darius I ascended the throne in 522 BCE that the empire truly stabilized and flourished. Darius I, often called Darius the Great, was an exceptional administrator and military leader. He extended the empire's borders into the Indus Valley, solidifying control over much of the ancient Near East and parts of Central Asia. His reign saw the construction of monumental architectural projects, including the royal city of Persepolis. Under Darius, the Achaemenid Empire reached its zenith, encompassing a staggering 2.9 million square miles and a population of over 50 million people. Darius' reforms were not just military, they were administrative. He divided the empire into satrapies, or provinces, each governed by a satrap or governor. This system allowed for greater efficiency and control over such a vast territory. Darius also standardized coinage and introduced a postal system, innovations that facilitated communication and trade across the empire. His ambitious infrastructure projects, including the Royal Road and the Susa-Persepolis Road, helped knit the empire together, making it easier for goods, people, and ideas to flow. But with great power came great challenges. The Achaemenid Empire's expansion brought it into direct conflict with the Greek city-states, setting the stage for one of history's most famous series of wars, the Persian Wars. Darius I, determined to expand westward, launched an invasion of Greece in 490 BCE. The battle at Marathon, however, marked a humiliating defeat for the Persian forces. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the Persians were driven back by a united Greek army. Darius' son, Xerxes I, would later continue the campaign. His invasion in 480 BCE was even more ambitious, culminating in the famous battles of Thermopylae and Salamis. At Thermopylae, the Greek forces, led by King Leonidas of Sparta, made a valiant stand against the Persian army, buying time for the Greek city-states to unite. Though the Persians won the battle, it came at a great cost, and their naval defeat at Salamis dealt a decisive blow to their ambitions in the west. The Persian Wars ended in failure for the Achaemenid Empire, but it was not the only challenge the empire would face. By the time of Xerxes' death in 465 BCE, cracks were beginning to appear in the empire's facade. The vastness of the empire, combined with the challenges of controlling such a diverse and sprawling territory, created tensions that would slowly unravel the Achaemenid system. Successive rulers, including Artaxerxes I and Darius III, struggled to maintain control over rebellious satrapies such as Egypt and Babylonia, and faced corruption within their own ranks. The empire's decline was further exacerbated by economic strain, military overextension, and internal divisions. It was during this fragile period that Alexander the Great, the king of Macedon, would rise to power. In 334 BCE, Alexander's invasion of Persia marked the beginning of the end for the Achaemenid Empire. In 331 BCE, the Battle of Gaugamela would seal the fate of the Achaemenid Empire. Despite the Persian forces' size, Alexander's military genius and the discipline of his army overwhelmed them. Darius III, the last Achaemenid ruler, was forced to flee, and the Persian Empire fell into the hands of a foreign invader. Alexander's conquest was swift, and soon after, the great cities of Persepolis and Susa were burned to the ground. The Achaemenid Empire, once the most powerful empire in the world, was no more. Though the Achaemenid Empire crumbled, its impact on world history cannot be overstated. The Achaemenids laid the foundations for a future of centralized government, efficient administration, and cultural exchange. The systems of governance established by Cyrus and Darius would influence future empires, from the Romans to the Ottomans. The concept of a multi-ethnic empire with a policy of tolerance for local customs was revolutionary in its time and would serve as a model for rulers throughout history. The Achaemenid Empire's lasting influence also extends to its architectural and cultural legacy. The majestic ruins of Persepolis still stand today as a testament to the grandeur of this ancient empire. The story of the Achaemenid Empire is a reminder of the heights to which human ambition can soar and the fragility of power. From the visionary leadership of Cyrus the Great to the final defeat at Gaugamela, the rise and fall of the Achaemenids encapsulate the complexities of empire building, the cost of expansion, and the forces that shape history. While their empire may have fallen, the Persian legacy endured, woven into the fabric of the civilizations that followed. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the footsteps of history. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more captivating stories from the past, only here on Footprints of History.